Hi everybody, Penny here. Welcome to my kitchen. I have my trusty assistant Caitlin with me here today, and we're going to make easy fried rice. It's so easy. Now, this is basically leftover rice. You have to have leftover rice. You cannot make fried rice with freshly cooked rice. So this was cooked a couple of days ago, and it's been in the fridge. All you really need to make fried rice is cold leftover rice and soy sauce. And I always keep these whenever we order Chinese food, so I use them up. And we're going to add a little bit of sweetness by using some of the plum sauce as well. That goes with the egg rolls and spring rolls, that type of thing. But really that's all you need is rice, soy sauce, and some kind of oil in your pan. Now I happen to have, it's not really a true wok, but a type of wok. But if you've got a frying pan, that's all you need. You don't need to have like a proper wok and all that kind of stuff. So then you get to throw in whatever else is in your fridge. I happen to have some frozen green peas. We're going to chop up an onion. I have a little bit of celery and a little bit of green onion. I have garlic. So this is garlic peeled, not chopped or anything, in olive oil and put in the fridge. Now, when I open it, you might hear it pop. Oh, no, not today. But sometimes when I open it, you'll hear it like, ksh, almost like you're opening a can of pop, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't want to have garlic in my rice, but I want the flavor. So I'm going to put 1 clove of garlic in along with a little bit of the solidified oil that's in there. Now, if you don't have garlic, but you want a bit of flavor and you've got garlic powder, go for it. If you've got onion powder or onion flakes, go for it. Whatever you've got in the house. And I also happen to have some fresh mushrooms. So that's what's going to go in our rice. So our rice is really going to be like a veggie fried rice. I'm also going to throw in some Worcester sauce, because anyone who watches the videos knows that I love my Worcester sauce, Worcestershire. And I also have some sesame oil. If you don't have sesame oil, don't worry about it. Use whatever oil you have in the house. We're not looking to make authentic anything. We're just looking to have some tasty fried rice. Now, if you wanted to add some meat to this and you had some leftover chicken, chop it up, throw it in. Leftover pork chop it up, throw it in. If all you have is eggs, take a couple of eggs, and before you fry anything else, scramble up your eggs in the pan, take them out, and then do the fried rice, and then add your eggs back in at the end. Whatever you want. If you have chopped up carrots, frozen peas and carrots, you have some corn, you can throw anything that you want in here. Some cooked shrimp. Possibilities are endless. Make it your own. So, easy fried rice. Caitlin's going to do our mushrooms, but I'm just going to remind you that mushrooms, of course, are round and a bit of an odd shape. So you always want to cut them in half, which creates a flat surface. And a flat surface means a safer surface. So once you cut them in half, then we can slice them up. And because I'm putting them in the rice, we're also going to do it that way, because we want tiny pieces. Right? Right? Yeah. Sound good? Okay. So, I'm going to give that to Caitlin. There you go. She's going to be the mushroom master. And I'm going to turn on the pan. And while that warms up, there we go. We're going to slice up our onion. Okay, so we're going to take the top off. And we're going to take the bottom off. And then we're going to cut it in half. And then we're going to take just the outer edge off. There we go. And remember, if you want to make some vegetable stock or chicken stock later on, you can keep these and put them in the freezer. And when it comes time to make your stock, you've got all these scraps. You don't have to go get fresh vegetables. So we're going to cut it in little pieces, because we actually want to fry up the veggies before we fry up our rice. There we go. So that's that. I'm going to take a couple of things of celery. So this is all in real time. I haven't, oh, that one's not good. I haven't pre-chopped anything. This is super easy. That's the ends. take the ends off here. And I'm probably going to add just one more little piece of celery. There we go. If you don't have celery, but you have, say, some leftover cabbage, chop that up. Throw it in. Whatever you want. It's all good. There we go. Chop that up in little pieces. There we are. So that's that. I'm not going to chop up the green onions yet because they're going to be last. But what I am going to do is take out a clove of garlic. Just one clove of garlic. And I'm going to scrape up some of that lovely oil that's also in this bottle. There we go. And it looks like the pan is nice and hot. So we don't want our garlic to burn. But we're going to put like 2 tablespoons roughly of sesame oil or whatever oil you may have. And then we're going to take our onion and our garlic, and we are going to start to stir fry. And it's actually something that you really do need to stir as it fries. There we go. So, Caitlin, would you like to put those mushrooms that you've got chopped so far in the pan? There we go. Yay! So, uncover the rice. I'm also going to throw the peas in because they're frozen. So they're going to take a few minutes to cook. There we go. Now, Caitlin, I'm just going to grab a couple of mushrooms and give you a hand. Real time. But you know what? If you know you're going to make this in advance, you could easily chop all this up first, put it all in the fridge, have it ready to go, and Bob's your uncle. Now, it's barbecue season. So, if it's barbecue season and you want to make some fried rice, you can serve it warm, you can serve it cold. So if you wanted to make it earlier in the day or even the day before, you could easily do that. Look at that. That smells so good. And it's only onions and garlic and mushrooms. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So the reason you can't use freshly cooked rice is because what's going to happen if you do, you're going to end up just keep steaming the rice and it's going to go mushy. That's why you need cold leftover rice. And if you're going to cook rice, you have to measure, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. So there's no extra effort to measure 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. So it's no problem to cook extra rice. Doesn't take any extra effort at all. And then throw whatever you're not using that night in the freezer or in the fridge if you know you're going to make some fried rice later in the week. So easy to prepare and so easy to do in advance. Not a problem. Now this looks like a lot of mushrooms. It's only 1 small package, and of course mushrooms shrink when they cook. So it's not going to end up being as many as you think. You don't like mushrooms? Leave them out. Throw in something else. You could even do zucchini or something like that. Not a problem. Chop it up in fine little pieces and throw that in there. It's all good. There we are. Caitlin, you're awesome. Did you know that? Yeah? There we go. Now at this point, we can throw the rice in, or we can wait for the veggies to cook a little bit longer, which is what I'm going to do, because I'd like to have the mushrooms and the celery, or sorry, the onions and the celery a bit softer, and I want to give some time for the mushrooms to cook down a bit more and release some of their liquid. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not a lot, because there's going to be salt in the soy sauce, and some pepper. Yes, you can put that over there, yeah. There we go. Now when you're cooking rice, you can use water, or you could use chicken stock, or vegetable stock. You could even use, you know, if you were making like a tropical something or other. I do have a recipe for sunshine chicken that I haven't made in, a very long time, and it calls for orange juice. You could even cook your rice in orange juice, and it would be delicious. But if you just want plain rice, not a problem. The other thing you could put in your rice to add a little bit of flavor is a bay leaf. Yeah, nice large bay leaf. And put it in the water, and as the water comes to a boil and you're cooking the rice, of course it's going to be releasing some flavor. So even that is something that you can add to your rice. There you go. That sounds good. So now I'm going to add some Worcester sauce. Totally optional. I'd say I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons, roughly. Yeah. I love my Worcester sauce. Okay, gotta let it be now and just let it cook, because all that liquid needs to boil off. Okay? Okay. She loves to stir, but it needs to cook too. So off she goes. Okay, so, oh, it smells so good. All right. So we're gonna give that about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna put in our rice. Okay, so most of that liquid has been evaporated, so now we're gonna put in the rice. And you know what, that's just a couple of cups of leftover rice. Doesn't have to be a particular measurement. You know, if I only had 1 cup, I'd probably half up, like put in half an onion, you know, and all that kind of stuff, rather than the full one. So now we're going to put in our soy sauces. So this is about 3 tablespoons, because it's roughly 1 tablespoon per package. 4 tablespoons, sorry, I took out 4 packets. You can put in 1, you can put in 6. You can put in however much you want. And it just goes by how much flavor you want, how dark you might want it. You know, you go to some Chinese restaurants and they're very, very light. You go to other Chinese restaurants and it's very, very dark. So it's totally up to you. Now for a little bit of sweetness, I'm also going to squeeze in some of the egg roll sauce. Now if you don't have egg roll sauce, you could squeeze in a little bit of honey, or even maple syrup, if you like maple syrup. I like it in baked goods, not so much in savory dishes. So I'm just going to put in 3 of those. And that little bit of sugar is also going to help brown up your rice. That little bit of sugar. But like I said, if you don't have the sweet and sour sauce, a little bit of honey is all you need. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that good? So the rice is already cooked. You're basically just looking to warm it up. Your vegetables are done. Make sure there's no clumps of rice in there, because it does tend to get clumpy when it's cold. I'm going to take out that garlic clove now while I find it. As soon as we have it there, because it's done its job. No need. Okay. So I'm just going to do this for another maybe 2 minutes, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I'm stopping the induction cooktop now because our rice is ready. So we're gonna, this pan is a bit hot, so I'm not gonna, or heavy, I mean it's also hot, but heavy. So I'm not gonna lift it out. I'm just gonna put this on a serving plate. Oh, doesn't that look yummy? Yummy, yummy. Leave that a little bit there. Sprinkle on some chopped up green onions. If you have them, if you don't have them, don't worry about it. And there you go. Easy fried rice. Make it your own. I hope you give it a go. Enjoy. Bye.